Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here today. My name is Agnia Dinarisova, and I'm delighted to have the opportunity to share with you with my presentation on Book 2, Longman. I will uh, show you my presentation from Book Longman from page 1 until page 10. We will start with page 1. Page 1 is chapter 1, expository essays. Objective. To write academic text, you need to master certain skills. In the chapter, you will learn to analyze an expository essay, examine the elements of a well-structured essay, identify context and grammar clues for correct articles use, follow and practice the step in the writing process, write, revise, and edit an essay based on personal experience. Next is step 2. Page 2. Sorry, page 2. Introduction. In many of your courses, you will be asked to write various types of academic papers, from relatively short essay to long papers based on research. Each chapter of this book will teach you the writing and research skill necessary to produce them in these academic papers, beginning with the essay and ending with the research paper. These skills include finding information through research, evaluating the information, and incorporating it into your essays. For the moment, however, this practice will focus on the structure of the essay and the process of writing it. An essay is an organized discussion of a topic in a series of paragraphs. It contains the three main parts: an introduction, a body, and a conclusion. The introduction performs several roles. It attracts readers' interest. It establishes the essay-specific topic and states the writer's position or claim about that topic in a thesis statement. It may also provide a preview of the body of the essay. Each body paragraph of an essay supports and develops a subtopic of the thesis statement. The paragraph states its controlling idea or the right areas of focus in a topic sentence. The remaining sentences support the topic sentence with facts, details, and explanation, which lead logically to the next paragraph. The conclusion or the essay's last paragraph may summarize main points and with a question for the reader or cite a memorable quotation. In any instance, however, it provides a strong ending to the essay. Analyzing the model. The writing model describes the different methods that writers use as they begin the writing process. The essay is expository, that is, it explains something. Read the model, then answer the question. Writing model is explorer and planners, ways to discover and organize ideas. You are staring at a blank page or computer screen and encountering familiar question. How do I start? What do I have to say? Everyone shares these problems, but they need not be serious obstacles. Since the average person can think ahead only 7 words plus or minus 4, You probably do not begin a sentence knowing exactly how it will end or exactly what the next sentence will say. Therefore, it is almost impossible to anticipate the exact content of an entire paper. Although some experienced writer approach their first draft with clearly organized plan, you may not be one of them. Your thinking may be disorganized, but that is to be expected. The beginning stage of writing is a time to discover your ideas and plan how to present them over subsequent drafts. And there is more than one effective way to discover and plan through free writing, brainstorming, clustering, and outlining. Of course, not two writers work in the same way. Everyone's ultimate goal is to produce a clear, convincing, and engaging piece of writing. However, the process of arriving at that goal differs from person to person and often from text to text. On the one hand are the planners. They carefully consider the structure and content of their ideas before writing them down. Then they revise their work only once or twice. On other hand are the discoverers, which mean almost everyone else. They compose messy first draft, sometimes with unrelated ideas which they progressively clean up and reshape through multiple revisions. One such discoverer was the Nobel Prize winning author Isaac Bashevis Singer. When asked how he went about composing his stories, he replied, "There's no plan, no formula. I may revise something twice or a thousand times." Whether writers are planners, discoverers, or a bit of both, their process of revision begins after the first draft. Then they can examine what they have said, see what ideas are emerging or incomplete, and decide which to discard, replace, expand, or refine. They may change their minds and wording 2, 3, or a dozen times until the ideas and language are clear and concise. A writer's mind is filled with an ocean of ideas awaiting the chance to flow out. The task is to open the floodgates and channel the flow onto the page or screen. One method that discoverers use for getting started is free writing. It involves writing down words, words as fast as possible without concern for exact phrasing, grammar, or spelling. The work is uncensored and perhaps illogical, but the main goal is merely to keep writing. This process often leads to new discoveries and insight. Much or even all of free writing may not end up in the final draft, but writers can highlight the parts worth keeping and then do a second, more focused free writing. By that point, they can turn to planning their essay. Another method discoverers often employ is brainstorming or listing ideas. They jot down their thoughts wherever other they occur. After that initial step, they highlight the most important ideas, cross out the irrelevant ones, and reorganize whatever remains. They may even do a second, more focused and detailed brainstorming list. This list shapes the first draft of the paper. Planners work more systematically than discoverers and organize their ideas from the very beginning. One way they generate and organize ideas is through a different version of brainstorming called clustering. It starts with drawing a circle in the middle of a page and writing a word or phrase inside the circle. That idea should lead to related ideas, each circle, and then link it to the first circle by a line or a branch. More circles and branches follow until they form cluster of ideas. Planners can then examine the clusters, decide which to keep or discard, and begin a second, more focused cluster diagram. Finally, of course, planners can rely on an outline. One of the most efficient of this device is the topic sentence outline. It begins it begins with a statement of the essay thesis. Then it includes the topic sentence of the body paragraph and the supporting details. Not only does this type of outline help structure the essay, but it also provides a preliminary set of topic sentences for the first draft. Of course, many writers with mix these methods or choose different ones depending on the project. In fact, no matter what method writers choose for getting started, they must keep in mind that each one is merely a way to begin the writing process. Revision, redrafting, editing, and proofreading will follow. Efficiency is the key word in writing. Why start at a blank page and waste your time? Why attempt to write a perfect first draft when you know full well that you are going to revise it later? Try the approach that have proved so valuable in helping writer, whether they are discoverers or planners. Nah, this is the question about the model, and we will straight to the answer, yeah. Answering question for the model. First question. In what ways does the writer try to attract readers' interest in the introduction? The writer attracts readers' interest by describing a familiar situation, that is, starting at the blank page and you want to start writing. And then asking rhetorical questions like, how do I start? What do I have to say? To draw readers into the topic. And then giving a reassuring tone, saying that confusion at the start is normal and introducing that there are effective ways to overcome it. The second question is, in paragraph 1, which sentence is the thesis statement? Circle it in the writing model. The thesis statement in paragraph 1 is, the beginning stage of writing is a time to discover your ideas, and so on. 3. What two types of writers are introduced in paragraph 2? The two types of writer are planners and discoverers. These are the two kinds of writers. The author contrasts. Planners organize everything before writing, while discoverers find their ideas as they write and revise. The fourth question. How many methods for beginning to write does the author describe? What are they? The author describes 4 methods, that is, free writing, brainstorming, clustering, outlining. The fifth question is, where are the topic sentences that introduce each method? The topic sentences introducing each method is, rewriting is one method that's discovering and so on. Brainstorming is another method discovering and so on. Clustering is planner work more systematically and discover and so on. Outlining is finally. The sixth question is, why does the author quote the famous writer Isaac Bashevis Singer? The author quotes Singer to illustrate the discovery type of writer. It supports the idea that even great writers might not plan everything before they start writing. The seventh question is, in the concluding paragraph, the author asks, why start at a blank page? Which sentence from introductory paragraph does this question echo? Why do you think the author includes this question? It echoes the opening line of the introduction. The author includes this question to create a sense of closure by returning to the opening image and to encourage reader to take action, to start writing using one of the methods described instead of being stuck. Next to page 5. Good writers use a rich and varied vocabulary, paying attention to and learning more about. Words will help you become a better writer too. Notice that the writing model contains adjectives with negative prefixes. Prefixes are what are word parts that can be added to the beginning of a base word. They change a base word meaning, but not its part of speech. The prefix this, an, il, im, in, and ir can mean not or without. Adding these negative prefixes to an adjective usually creates another adjective with the opposite meaning. We will straight to answer, yeah. The answer of the practice one. Choose the adjective from part A that best complete each sentence. First, when two things are not connected each other in any way, they are unrelated. Two, when something cannot be done, it is an unrelated task. Three, when something has no clear structure, it is impossible using prefixes im. And then when something is not finished, it is unstructured using prefixes an. When an idea that does not related to the topic being discussed, it is irrelevant. When an idea makes no sense, it is illogical. When ideas have not been censored, they are uncensored. Next is page 6, organization. A well-organized essay helps reader understand how all its parts fit together in a logical whole. Thesis, statement, topic sentence, and conclusion play a central role in that organization. A clear thesis statement. Every essay addresses a broad general topic such as writing. A thesis statement, however, is a full sentence that narrows the topic specifically to what the essay is about, such as the beginning stage of writing. It also makes clear writer's position on or claim about the topic. Often the thesis statement gives a preview of the subdivisions or subtopics to be developed in the body of the essay. Look at the thesis statement from the writing model as an example. This is the example. This is the specific topic. This is the writer claim, and the preview of the body. Practice 2. Narrowing thesis statement. Each thesis statement is to make each one more specific. Be sure to add a phrase that preview the subtopic that might follow in the body. We will answer it. First, learning a new language is not easy. Mastering the pronunciation of a new language can be challenging for several reasons. 2. My family has some interesting people, including a humorous grandfather, a talented sister, and a hardworking mother who inspires us all. 3. School requires hard work because students must manage time wisely, complete demanding assignment, and stay motivated to achieve good grades. 4. The internet is useful for finding information quickly, communication with others around the world, and supporting online learning. 5. A college education is important because it opens up better job opportunities, develop critical thinking skills, and help build professional networks. I write best under the right conditions, such as when the room is quiet, my ideas are organized, and I have enough time to focus. Page 7. Topic sentences. Just as a thesis statement introduces the specific topic of an essay. A topic sentence at or near the beginning of a paragraph introduces the topic of a paragraph or what it is about. A topic sentences also establish the controlling idea in the paragraph. Out of controlling ideas sometimes are implied rather than stated directly. Most are stated clearly in a topic sentence. Likewise, a controlling idea may be expressed as a claim that the writer makes about something. The remainder of the paragraph then explains, supports, or expands of the claim. In general, there are three types of claim, as illustrated by the writing model. First, a claim that something is or was true. Of course, no two writers work in the same way. And then a claim that something is good, better, or worse. Most efficient is good, is the best. And then a claim that makes recommendations, suggestion, or demand for some action. And then practice 3 is generating topic sentence. Complete each topic sentence by adding a controlling idea expressed as a claim. This is the answer. 1. In addition to money, a part-time job can provide valuable experience in time management and self-discipline. 2. Speaking more than one language equals someone with better communication skills, cultural awareness, and greater career opportunities. 3. The relationship between teacher and student differs depending on the level of education, cultural expectations, and teaching style. A good way to begin any writing assignment is by brainstorming ideas, organizing organizing them into an outline, and identifying the main purpose of the essay. Computers are often essential tools in writing because they make it easier to edit, research information, and share documents efficiently. 6. More profession value employees who can think critically, communicate clearly, and work effectively in a team. The next is page 8, a strong conclusion. The final or concluding paragraph of an essay often summarizes or rephrases the essay thesis statement. Because the conclusion is usually a summary, it should never add new ideas or information. The paragraph often concludes with a phrase that encodes the language in the opening paragraph, as in the first and last paragraph of the writing model. Depending on the content of the essay, the concluding paragraph might also end with a memorable quotation or a call to action or recommendation of what the reader should do. This is the practice. 4 is evaluating conclusion. Choose the best conclusion from each pair of sentence and label it best. This is the answer. The best conclusion is A. In short, the only solution to getting writing done is to write, and write. And 2, the best is B. Always try to anticipate your audience question. 3, the best is A. Writing is a continual process of drafting and revision that stops only when the paper is due. 4, the best is A. Will you spend the time to do it well? If not, then you may be wasting your reader's time. 5, the best is A. Writing, says one well-known author, is thinking. 6, the best is B. In sum, effective writing requires planning, drafting, and revision. Next is page 9, grammar. Of course, even the best structured essay will not be clear if it contains frequent grammatical errors. One of the most common of these errors is using article incorrectly. Article give information about a noun or noun phrase by telling a reader whether the noun is indefinite or definite. Articles entered English long ago simply as different pronunciation of the word one, an, and the. In other ways, a or an is indefinite. That means not specific, but the is but the is definite. That means specific. Using articles appear before a noun, an adjective, or before an adverb, adjective, and noun combination. A bird is noun. A bluebird is adjective plus noun. A really beautiful bird is adverb, adjective, and noun. Use a or an to communicate new or unfamiliar information. Use the to refer to information that you have mentioned earlier or that you expect the reader to be aware of. Next is use of a or an. The indefinite article embraces only singular count nouns, that is, nouns that can be counted, such as chair, car, or bird. These articles mean one of many. They do not specify a particular one, but mean that there is more than one choice. Therefore, these nouns are indefinite. A preset is words that begin with a consonant sound, and preset is words that begin with a vowel sound. Rules. 1. Use a or an when you don't have a specific person, place, or thing in mind. Example, buy a notebook. 2. Use a or an when the person, place, or thing is unfamiliar to the reader. Example, you are staring at a blank page. And then use a or an when you mean one. A may revise something twice or 1,000 times. You will have 1 hour, to write your paper. The next is page 10. Use of the definite article, the present any specific singular or plural count noun, as well as specific non-count noun, such as furniture, traffic, or water. The rules is use the when a noun is mentioned for the second time. 2. Use the when the noun names a unique person, place, or thing. 3. Use the when a phrase or dependent clause makes a noun specific. The practice 5. Circle the article that best completes each sentence. This is the answer. When I write an essay, I like to plan it first. 2. I begin by choosing a topic. 3. Then I write any ideas I have about the topic. 4. After that, I choose the best ideas and use them to write a thesis statement. 5. I make sure that my thesis statement includes a topic and a claim. 6. Then I use the thesis statement to create an outline. 7. I use the outline to write the first draft. 8. Finally, I edit and revise the draft and hand it into the instructor. Okay, that's all from me. If I have many mistakes, please forgive me. Thank you for your attention, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.